Hey, what's up, guys? Over here starting my journey. I hope you enjoy this one. It's hard telling what's going to happen next. So my tow vehicle, I haven't got it all squared away, so I'm like temporarily gave up on that. So I'm starting out in Jefferson City, Missouri. It's a few hours north of where I live. Had my wife run me up here and drop me off. We'll see what's next. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh, that was intense. We picked up a whole, sorry about that. We picked up a whole load of drunk women, a few dudes, but mostly drunk women in Hannibal, Missouri. So I rode the train from Jeff City to Hannibal, and then that's where all the wineries are, so they were completely wasted. So then they got on here, and there was one belligerent, drunk, redheaded woman that just kept stepping on my feet, fell on me. Man, I tell you, it was a tough situation. So I just sat here, minding my own business. She kept annoying me, harassing everyone around me. It's very stressful, but as you can see, everybody's gone for the most part. So I'll show you what it looks like. So now there's kids and everything on here. It's a lot more calm, better. Let me flip this around the opposite way, watch. So there's no one behind me. It was pretty rough, man. It seemed like every one of them was gassy. I don't know if they held it all in until they got on the train or what, but man, it was nasty. Some nasty women. The women are always like, oh, we're so clean. These were some nasty bitches. Hopefully I can make it to St. Louis station in time to get a free lift over to my hotel. So I'll be in touch in a few, hopefully. Oh man, that was a hell of a journey. Whew. Man, I was told by the Poor Quality Inn over here in St. Louis, right across from the airport, that they'd give me a shuttle me, from the Amtrak station, which that was a lie. So I ended up it cost me what, $35 for Uber. I had an Uber over here, so lost $35 on that one. I could have went to a different hotel and then paid them and stayed at a nicer place and then got a shuttle. So I could have rode the train or Metrolink from Amtrak / Greyhound to the hotel and then somehow got over here, but I'm like, F it by now. That train stressed me out and everything. Ironically, this is where I kind of started my career in truck driving, at the Poor Quality Inn in St. Louis. That's where we stayed before the whole school got kicked out because of lack of payment. I went to a truck driving school that's called New Way, and it was lousiest, shittiest school I could ever imagine. But let me show you around this palatial room. First thing I do when I walk into a room, I throw my crap up here, elevate it to where my paranoia about nasty bugs can't jump on my stuff and I take that crap home. So this is what the room looks like. I don't know what that stain is. Maybe that's, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. So I've already checked these beds for bed bugs. So they got a mattress cover on here, thankfully. And I pulled it and looked. It looks okay. Got a TV, that's amazing. So right over here is a rental car place. I don't know if you can see that. So Hertz is there. I think Budget Rental is on the other side of the Hilton. Their window's so nasty you can't even see out of it. But that's what we're working with. So I ended up getting this room basically so I could get my rental car tomorrow. And it give me a time to rest up get ready for this drive. I got to drive up to Dodge Center, Minnesota, and get this totally awesome concrete truck. You know it's going to be totally awesome. And it's going to run like a champ, I'm telling you. So we'll crash out, try to get some grub in the morning, and we'll figure out the next step. Boy, that was a hard night. Poor quality in. I tell you, pretty intense. I had this dude all night long. I don't know if he's running drugs out of the room next to me, what he was doing. It was intense. He kept coming in and out, talking loud. I could hear everything he said. And he was talking about his boy in the hood and his cousin in the hood and all this stuff, and say $20 to do this and that. Holy shit, man. The walls are thin. So I got tired of it about 1:30 in the morning. So then I started repeating everything he was saying. Then he shut up. So then this morning I left him a little sermon on my TV, full blast, because he's trying to sleep in the day and then do his drug dealing all night. So he's getting the sermon right now. It's been going on for about an hour. Oh shit, bad luck hit me again today, man. Had to stay at that Poor Quality Inn. This place don't take the EFS card, you know, the card that the company gives you with all your paycheck and whatnot on it. So I'm at Avis and Budget across from the STL, or St. Louis International Airport. And now I gotta walk over here to Hertz, roll the dice, see if I'll take his card. And I'll report back in a minute. Man, this is stressful. Got all my gear here, and it's a situation, man. But everybody was very, very kind and nice and helpful in Avis and Budget, and I was respectful and kind and appropriate in there, even though I was losing at every angle, man. I was losing right and left. So here we go. All right, we're walking again. So I couldn't rent a car here. I have an EFS card. It's a great card. A lot of these driveway companies give you these. I couldn't rent a car here because it did not have a chip in the card. So I had to download the Hertz app, take and book the car. I did all the stuff I was supposed to do, and I got all the way down to the last thing, and I ran my card. I had plenty of money on there, but it would not accept the card without a chip reader. Every little kiosk or whatever they call them said the chip reader does not work. So this is the third car rental place I've made it to, and now I'm going over here past the Poor Quality Inn to go to another place on down the street and try it again. So here we go. So I'll be picking up a guy. He's going to Dodge Center, Minnesota with me, and he's going to split the cost with my rental car and a bunch of other things. And so I got to pick him up. I got a 9-hour wait for this guy. At first I'm like, yeah, well, you know, this and that, we'll do that. Dude, it ended up being 9-10 hour wait. That's what it's going to be. But I already told the guy I'm going to do it. I've already had so much bad luck, you know, I don't want the other dude to have bad luck too. So one of the things I do, I go kill time in Bass Pro Shop. I'm trying to go to every Bass Pro Shop apparently in the United States. So I go in here and look at stuff I can't afford just to kill time. And then this area where I'm at is a good place to disappear and take me a nap. So I'm going to take me a 5-6 hour nap in this lot somewhere. Look how big this car is. It's kind of funny. Look how much room I got. Look at this. I'm not used to driving something this small. Look. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I finally escaped from St. Louis. It was probably like escaping from Alcatraz, I'll tell you. But it got me a rental car. It's a monster. I call it the Blue Booger. Baby gets like 40 miles to the gallon. And dude, it was a nightmare. Only car rental place that would rent me a car is National Car Rental. I ran into problem after problem after problem after problem. National Car Rental was the 5th car rental place I went to get this beautiful mirage of a vehicle. So let me show y'all some features on this bad mammer jammer. You put gas in it. You ain't gotta be like that Tesla truck over there that you know, don't take gas. It took me about 5 minutes to fuel it up. And it has this other feature. It's called a gas cap. That's for the younger people. You screw that baby on there. Some vehicles these days don't have one. You just slam it like that. Let me show you the inside. This is the cockpit. Nothing fancy, but needless to say, yeah, it was a struggle getting this car. I learned today the card that the company gave me to use is pretty much worthless in some situations if it doesn't have a chip in the card. I went to Hertz. They didn't have a situation where they could swipe the card. They had to use a chip reader. I went to Alamo. They didn't have a drop-off location for this car up there where I'm going. Went to National. They pulled strings. How can I say it? Did some finagling to get me a car. And dude, they have won my business. National will be the first place I go every single time I rent a car from this point on. And I am extremely impressed by them. So I got about a 7-hour drive. I was going to pick this guy up, and he was going to roll up there with me. I held on for 8 hours waiting on the guy today. I gave him a call. He's like, my flight was delayed. The plane's wing fell off. I don't know what all happened, but he was severely delayed. And I'm like, I got to roll. He's like, roll on, roller. So then now I'm rolling. I made it to about Hannibal. And I fueled up. I like Missouri gas. I try not to buy gas, you know, like up in Iowa, because they have a lot of that corn crap in it. Not going to get my 40 miles to the gallon like I've been getting in this mirage of a rental car. So I just thought I'd update you.
2.5 days later.
Well, I made it. It took me a minute to get on up here. I had a lot of issues, but I tell you what, this Mitsubishi rental car got over 40 miles to the gallon, and it cost $20 per tank to fill this baby up. I slept in it. It was kind of like sleeping in a trash can. That's what it felt like. I've never slept in a trash can, but that's what I assume it would feel like. So we're gonna take and figure out if my truck's ready before I turn in this rental car, and then somehow I'm gonna get a lift back over here. I haven't figured that one out yet. Made it over here to the Rochester Airport. Out there in the distance is the Blue Booger. I had to get a Uber over to Dodge Center from here. It's gonna run me about $55. So I filled that car up. It's about a gallon shy or so of being full, and I topped it off. I don't want no hassle, headaches, or heartaches. So This is what it looks like. Tried to get a shuttle. Dude wouldn't answer his number. So I went ahead and just went with Uber. I ain't got no time to be messing around. Made it back to the concrete truck. I got the concrete truck. It had between a quarter and a half tank of fuel. So I didn't get fuel. I went ahead and went on to a rest area that was south of the location. And then I got to put my legal stuff on here, I'll say, and roll on. But I thought I'd stop here, do this real quick, update, then use the restroom, fight this storm. So here we go. Well, it's nap time for me. I gotta deploy the hammock. So the problem with the hammock on a rainy day is it wicks water down through here. So I figured out a trick. So what I've done is I went into this truck stop and I got a couple plastic bags, and there's a knot at the end of this hammock, and so I put the plastic bag over the knot. Most times this works, not every time. It's not 100%. Hopefully it's 100% today because I'm tired. So I'm gonna put this up and then I'll show you. Alright, well, I got it up here. It's a hammock now. So here's the driver's door. I string it across here on this concrete truck. I loosened this knob and folded all this stuff down. I flipped the switch that's on the opposite side of this so the drum can't roll. I moved this red knob back so I don't accidentally bump or bend it. And so this is where I'm going to take me a nap, or however long I want to sleep. This is where I'll sleep. So that's my plan. It's raining real bad, and you know, it's starting to get dark. I've drove for what, 4 or 5 hours, and then this morning I drove for, oh man, I don't even know. I drove 2 or 3 hours this morning, so you know, right there is 8 hours. Then, you know, add up all the other crap, so I'm probably getting pretty close to 10. I'm good. I mean, I ain't gonna bust ass, you know what I mean? So we'll see what shakes loose. But shout out to the Driveway Bros. They taught me how to do this watching their video. So shout out to the Driveway Bros. Well, this is what it looks like to be in the hammock at night. So I could put my feet up here like so, or cross them, or what have you. And they're higher than my head, so any swelling I have from driving and sitting for so long will be gone soon. So, I mean, you can see how it's in the door jamb, not in the window, between the window and the door. I slammed the door on that. So let me show you what it looks like outside. So this is some Forrest Gump rain right here. It's coming from every angle. This rain is coming sideways, and it's shaking the truck, shaking those power lines and those lights. It's kind of hard to tell, but I made the correct call stopping earlier. I was tired, the storm's coming through, and about 4 hours ahead of me, the temperature is going to drop right around freezing. So I don't know if that's going to create ice, but I don't know. I'm not going to find out because I'm in a warmer climate, so it ain't going to affect me. Yeah, I got in here good, man. This truck stop's filling up fast. All these drivers is coming in. They're like, man, we ain't digging this rain, this wind. But this is for the new drivers. If you ever get to where you don't feel comfortable doing something, best thing to do is just pull into something, maybe a couple hour nap. And then in a couple hours, the weather could really change quickly and it could be better. And then you save yourself a lot of heartache. You know how some people say don't sweat the small stuff? Well, today apparently I'm sweating the small stuff. Went into this Walmart and it was $9.56. And the lady, they have hot food in there, in the deli. And I told her, I said, hey, all I want is orange chicken in a little small container, 8-piece. It's all I need. She's like, oh, I don't have all the other stuff out. I said, I don't need the other stuff. I only need the chicken right there. Right there. I'm pointing at it. She's like, oh, no, we're not open. I said, you are open. The stuff is there. I said, I don't need the light on so I can see it. I don't need that. I said, I just need the food. She argued with me for the next 4 minutes, which made it 10 o'clock. Now they're open. And then she went back there to get all of her spatulas and tongs and whatever else, and then make macaroni and cheese and potatoes and all this other shit. And I stood there for another 10 minutes. So now we're at 10 after. Now I'm on my 30-minute break. So it's cutting into my break. And so finally I got my damn chicken. I got water. And just the essentials. And so rolled out of there. But man, I tell you what, I might have to learn one of these days not to sweat the small stuff. So I got probably another day and a half another day and a half of this load, and then I move on. So I was just giving you an update. I'm somewhere in Nebraska. Just getting up this morning. Here in Wyoming somewhere. I obviously slept in the truck and deployed my hammock. I didn't show anything other than that Walmart yesterday because really wasn't that exciting. I'm starting to figure out my transportation to get out of Dodge, and transportation's so expensive I had to do a whole nother thing. I had to go another direction. I was going to go to another load, but dude, no joke, the transportation to go to the next load, it was between, oh my gosh, it was like $600 to $800 to go to the next load, just in transportation. The Greyhound bus would have been $300, and it would have took 4 days to go there. I'm out on that. Rental car was $500. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to another load. I'm going to go home. Cheaper to go home than to go to another load. That's pretty sad. Well, we made it through the port of entry. So this is what happened with that. I take the legals that the company gives me, the license plate I'm issued, and one placard in there. And I try to always carry at least $100 worth of cash. And I had that cash broken up into 20s, 5s, and 1s, and all this other stuff. Went in there, the man, he looked at all my paperwork. I had all my paperwork squared away and ready for him, organized. And he basically said, gross vehicle weight. I didn't know what it was. This truck's unmarked. I didn't weigh it. And he's like, it doesn't have to be exact. And so then I paid him $20 in cash. And that was about that. So there's a high wind warning, and I'm bucking the wind the whole way. So this truck is getting about 4.8 miles to the gallon. Fuel stops in Wyoming on 80 are stretched out a tad. I don't have a tow vehicle, so I can't carry fuel. So my general rule for a situation like this is just about every town I fill back up. So I keep a full tank going through Wyoming as best as I possibly can, and I don't push it. I pretty much know the range that this truck will get, but I'm not going to push it because of the wind. I've never driven this truck in this heavy wind. So my tip to you is, crossing Wyoming, high wind, keep the tank full. I'm still in Wyoming, getting these 60 plus mile-an-hour crosswinds, getting 4.5 miles to the gallon. Next fuel stop is like a couple hundred miles away. So we're gonna see if we can make it. I almost still have a full tank, but I don't know what's gonna happen here, boys. Yeah, I went ahead and swung on in Laramie. I only made it from Cheyenne to Laramie, and already used 13 gallon. So I thought, man, I'm not gonna be stuck. So I went ahead, filled her on up, just to be on the safe side. There's no way I'm gonna leave a lot of fuel in this truck because the distance in which I gotta go to drop the truck. I'll burn this all out, so it ain't no big thing. Well, that sucked. Went to the gas pump the last time. Someone stole my card's identity or whatever they did. So EFS locked my card with all my money on it. Ended up having to use my personal card with a chip reader and filled up this truck. I didn't really know what happened at that time, and then I checked my balance, and then I locked out of EFS. So I'm reduced down to the sack lunch from Walmart. So I made it over here to a Walmart, and I got plenty of fuel to make it to the next stop, but I don't have any cash now because of that. So I'm trying to pull a fast one on the criminal and transfer my money onto the EFS card, and then I'll be standing at the ATM to withdraw it all real fast. The maximum I can withdraw here is 500, so I'll withdraw all the money, and then in the meantime I'll have the company I work for send a card in front of me to Denver, Colorado, where my sister-in-law is going to pick me up from the train station in the future, and she'll have my card and everything, and then I'll get my card back, and then I'll have them load my pay on there. So all that, so some fucker could steal $1.25. Man, I want to show y'all something. I slept here last night. I pointed this truck out of the lights and these spotlights and stuff. I'm outside of Reno at like a casino truck stop / shithole. Anyway, this is what it looks like. But I had to pee outside of this truck a bunch of different times. That's why I park like this. I don't have to go inside. Anyway, this person just popped up out of the woodwork. Watch this. Look, see him? Now watch. They had to have been in the military to be that hidden. They got a little path. Look, they sleep there all the time. They got a little path going up there to their nest. I'm impressed because usually I'm very observant and I look around. But somebody's popped up out of nowhere. They're sitting there. I don't know if they're looking at their phone, collecting boogers, doing dope. I don't know what they're doing. I got that EFS card all figured out. I had to have them turn it on one time, and I went to an ATM, took out everything I had. That's all I could do. It really sucks. Anyway, I'm 3 hours away from doing the drop, and I'll drop this load, and then let's see what happens after that. I gotta jump on the Amtrak, so I'm sure that's a whole nother adventure. Yeah, here's your shower scene, but yeah, I'm gonna jump in the shower. Some of you are new drivers and you've never seen a shower at a truck stop. So this is what it kind of looks like. They may vary a little bit here and there, but they give you a wash rag that's washed a million areas on a million truck drivers. I don't use that. I carry my own gear. And then you got your shower. I usually carry some flip-flops because I don't like touching the floor. It's all in my little bag there. This is about it. Nothing fancy. This shower is going to run me $18. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than a hotel. So what I do here is I go in this Walmart and get a hot plate of food and some provisions for the train. I try not to buy food on the train. I just run in here, grab what I need. Try not to carry a whole lot of shit. So this is what I'll get for the train ride. That one bowl of food there, I'm gonna eat it in the parking lot. And then that one thing of bread, I'll make like a ton of tuna sandwiches and stink up the whole train. And then I got chip and dip. And then try to go with like a lot of peanut products, get me through. Bananas is for sugar, because sometimes my sugar drops. Well, I got the truck delivered, and old boy gave me a lift to the Amtrak. So I'll show you the Amtrak station. This here is the Amtrak station. It's a open air type situation. So at least they got lights. So if you made it this far in this video, I'm impressed. And I hope it was entertaining. This is a depiction of what I had to go through to do this load, and trials, tribulations, and struggles I had. So I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure and like and subscribe, and be sure and get out there and make some damn money.